In the deepest folds of an ancient forest, where the sun barely kissed the earth through a cathedral of trees, there lived a lion and a wolf, an unlikely pair, legends in their own right, bonded not by blood, but by something older, honor. The lion, golden-maned and massive, had once been the king of a distant savanna, exiled by his own pride after refusing to kill a defenseless cub. The wolf, lean and silver-furred, had been the lone survivor of a pack wiped out by wildfire, a silent sentinel wandering through the ruins of ash. They found each other not with growls or challenges, but with a quiet understanding in the eyes, each having seen loss, each choosing peace. And in this forest untouched by man, they became guardians of balance, protectors of creatures too small to defend themselves. But nothing in their long, quiet lives prepared them for the day she came. It was just after dawn when the lion's ears perked at a distant sound, not a deer's hoof-fall, nor the flutter of birds, but a sound out of place in the forest, soft, desperate, fragile. A child's cry. The wolf heard it too, and without a word, both predators turned toward the noise, racing through underbrush, over roots, around stone. The scent came next, unfamiliar, human, and scared. They slowed only when they reached a glade at the forest's edge, where the trees thinned into a mossy clearing. And there, beneath the watchful eye of a hawk circling above, sat a small girl no older than 5, tears streaking her dirty face, arms wrapped around her knees, alone. Her name was Alora. She had wandered from a camping site 2 miles beyond the forest border, chasing a butterfly that glittered like a gemstone in the light. Her parents' backs were turned for mere seconds, but that was all it took for the trees to close behind her and swallow her whole. Hours passed. She walked and cried and walked again, her small shoes soaked from dew and mud, her voice growing hoarse. Now she sat in the clearing, unaware of the eyes watching her from the trees. The wolf stepped out first. Alora gasped when she saw the great creature, his silver coat shimmering like morning frost, his eyes pools of ancient wisdom. She didn't run. Maybe it was because she was too tired. Maybe it was because children, in their innocence, recognize purity when they see it. She whispered, "Wolf," as if naming a dream. Then the lion emerged, quiet and majestic, his mane haloed by the first light of sun breaking through the branches. Alora stared wide-eyed, breath caught in her chest. 2 creatures from a storybook, standing before her like statues carved by the gods. And then she smiled. It wasn't a smile of joy, but relief. Somehow, impossibly, she felt safe. The lion lay beside her and lowered his massive head to the earth. The wolf circled once, then lay on her other side. And between fur and warmth, and the soft thud of powerful hearts, Alora drifted into the first sleep she'd had since becoming lost. But safety is never still for long. Deep in the forest, something stirred. A poacher. He had tracked the lion for days, following prints, droppings, and whispers of sightings from frightened hikers. A lion this size would fetch thousands on the black market, his pelt, his claws, his teeth. The wolf was a bonus, a trophy to mount. The man was ruthless, silent and armed with a tranquilizer rifle, its darts tipped with a chemical cocktail strong enough to down an elephant. He moved through the forest like a shadow, unaware that he was walking toward a reckoning. The lion woke first, nostrils flaring at the scent of oil and metal. His low growl rumbled through the clearing like distant thunder. The wolf stood, ears flat, tail low, every muscle taut. Alora stirred, but did not wake. And then the man appeared tall, cold-eyed, rifle raised. The wolf barked sharply, stepping between the girl and the hunter. The lion rose, slow and deliberate, his body blocking her completely. The poacher didn't hesitate. He fired. The dart hit the lion's flank. The beast roared, pain flooding his nerves, legs weakening. The wolf lunged, not to attack, but to disarm. He leapt at the man's arm, jaws closing around the gun, knocking it from his grip. The rifle clattered to the ground. The man stumbled, reaching for a knife, but the lion, bleeding and dizzy, used the last of his strength to swipe at the earth with a massive paw, sending a shockwave of dust and power that made the poacher fall backward in fear. Then something extraordinary happened. Alara woke. She looked at the scene before her, lion swaying, wolf growling, man rising, and something inside her shifted. She stood up, tiny and brave, and stepped forward, placing herself between her protectors and the danger. "Stop!" she screamed, voice cracking. "Leave them alone." The poacher froze. He didn't expect a child. He didn't expect conscience. For a moment, time seemed to pause. Then came the sound of more footsteps, rangers.